The heavyweight division has seen quite the shift in the last 12 months. I think it's fair to say the pack has been reshuffled.
Daniel apparently took my lights out.
Could AJ take them shots?
He will see.
You can't intimidate me.
Some fighters have fallen, some have climbed, others have reminded us as to how good and dangerous that they can be.
Do you want to go now? Let's
Relax.
go. Do you want to go now?
Put this chair across your face.
On September 21st, live on DAZN from Wembley Stadium, two heavyweights will look to continue their ascension to the top of that pack.
Don't disrespect
You can't intimidate me.
Daniel, don't
Who do you
disrespect
think you
me.
are?
Daniel, don't disrespect me. Can't put this chair across your face. Don't disrespect me.
As Daniel Dubois will make the first defense of his IBF heavyweight title against two-time former unified heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua.
I know who the this guy thinks he's talking to.
No.
Before they meet in the ring, they meet here face to face with their promoters. This is AJ versus Dubois. This is Face Off. Gents, here we are. With promoters as well, which is a bit different. Not used to doing it with promoters. I want to start with you. Frank, you have the champion now. Congratulations, Daniel Dubois, elevated to IBF heavyweight champion after, I thought, a magnificent win over Filip Hrgović. Well done, best win of your career. He's your guy, Frank. You've been asking for this fight for a while. Even though Tyson Fury was lurking in the background, you've always said, this is the man to beat this man. Why?
I think he's the young guy. I think he's matured, and over the last few years he's had some great experience, and it's all gelling for him. He's had two really good performances in his last two fights against fighters who had come to fight, strong guys. One of the fighters was an avoided fighter in Hrgović. You know, in the trade everybody was saying he's one of the best heavyweights out there, and he broke Hrgovic's heart and done a job with him. And this is going to be a good fight. You know, I've got a lot of respect for AJ with what he's done. He's a two-time world champion. He's on a roll of 4 wins. He's got a new trainer, as has Daniel. And all the stars are aligning for this to be a tremendous, tremendous fight. There's no doubt about that. But I just feel that youth will come through. And for me, this is a battle of the heart and the minds. That's what it's going to be, the heart and the minds. Because somebody in there, when they're throwing those jabs, somebody's going to dominate. And once they start dominating, it's going to have who's got the mental resilience to find their plan B, because that's going to be needed.
Eddie, I'll come to you first before we speak to both fighters. Look, with AJ, there's always a case of so many fights could be on the table, right? Some people thought this could be Cabial, some people thought maybe Joseph Parker, Zhili Zhang was mentioned. Why Daniel Dubois?
The belt, you know, I mean, you got a guy here that's only ever chased legacy, only ever chased performance from himself, you know, achievement, and the belt's everything. It's the worst time to fight Anthony Joshua, I think, of his whole career. He has the skill, he has the experience, and being back here, it's like being home. You know, we've got such amazing memories of this place, and like when you walk out, you're going to see something special. Only certain people can control that emotion. We've done it for us. It's like bread and butter. You know, when he boxed Klitschko, it's the biggest night in the history of British boxing. Povetkin, you know, dangerous, dangerous fights. And Daniel's earned this shot. You know, he's been very impressive. I've been ringside for his last 2 fights. You know, people wrote him off. People wrote AJ off. Look at them now. 2 Brits fighting for the world heavyweight title in front of 100,000 at Wembley. But look, big respect for the other team, but this guy's on another level right now. And this is just part of the destiny and the plan ahead.
AJ, we've spoken a few times and it's always been a case of next man up, right? Regardless of the name, next man up. Does it matter that there is the IBF heavyweight title on the line? Does it matter becoming a three-time world champion? Or does it matter just get those wins, get those wins?
Get the wins, get the wins, get the wins.
Yeah?
Yeah.
3-time doesn't inspire you?
Oh yeah, silently it does. I've got the belts plastered around my room. Not the ones that I fought for, but small little token ones, just to keep my mind in tune with what the goal is, but just him. I don't focus on the belt, just him.
Daniel, as I said at the top, congratulations, IBF heavyweight champion. Incredible performance against Filip Hrgović. Some have questioned some things about you, right? Your resilience. People have said he quits, things I completely disagree with. You've showed people now in your last 2 fights, you are the real deal. You are coming into your best, right?
Of course, you know, I was speaking about before, I was in a dark place and I was going through some stuff, but I feel like I've been resurrected now, and you know, I'm in the light again and I'm ready to fight. And you know, he's been the king for a while, and he's been the king for a long time, in fact. But you know what? I feel like it's my time, and I'm a king slayer, and I've got to do that again.
Speak to that, Frank, that mentality shift. Obviously, Don Charles has been added to the team, and you can see that Don Charles has clearly done something with Daniel Dubois, but there's still, that thing is lurking behind the scenes where people say, if the going gets tough, Daniel Dubois won't get going.
The first 2 rounds of Hrgovic, how many right-handers did he catch with? Eh? I mean, I was getting off watching how many right-handers he got caught with, and we've been talking about it. That's resilience. You know, I still think, I'm going to bang on about Usyk. He gave Usyk his toughest fight up until the fight with Tyson. That was a tough night for Usyk at the end of the day, and then unfortunately what happened, and I think that was more about the frustration of what was going on with the referee, but it's irrelevant. He's got over that. He's done that. He's now shown what he's all about. He's only, you're 26 now.
Yeah.
26 years of age. That's a baby for a heavyweight. I'm not sure. How old are you now, AJ? What, you're 30?
24.
Stone. What are you now, about 35?
34.
34. So, you know, there's 8 years difference in their ages. He's a young man compared with AJ's done. And AJ's done a lot in his career, and he's come back, and as I say, he's on a brilliant run of 4 fights. But he is hungry. He can fight. I've never had any doubt in his ability. He can jab, he can punch, he's got good movement, he's fast. The only thing about it is in his head. And his last 2 fights, he's shown what he's got. He's had to dig deep, and he has dug deep. And he's pulled it out of the bag and done it in great style. And that's why we're sitting here today, because he'd done it. No question mark about it. He'd done it against world-class fighters. So it's now on to the next chapter of his career. The next chapter of his career, can he defend this belt? I believe he can, against a very, very good fighter in a very competitive fight. But he has all the tools to win that fight.
It's a big jump though, isn't it, Eddie? I mean, the wins are fantastic, Jarrell Miller, Hrgovic, but this is an AJ fight. This is Wembley Stadium. This is, as you said, up to 100,000 people in there. AJ's done that walk a few times before, and we've seen him be successful in that walk. We haven't yet seen it with Daniel. Doesn't mean he can't do it, but we haven't yet seen it. Do you think he's ready for it?
He's fought in big stadiums, on big shows.
Not as the main act though, with a win.
Listen, a ring's a ring.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Fighting
a ring's
top
a ring.
heavyweights, man.
There ain't 100,000 people in that ring. There's 2 of them and a referee, and that's it.
Yeah, I actually disagree with you, Eddie, because I think he did. You know, he went to Poland, boxed Usyk. I mean, I disagree with Frank. I don't think he gave him his toughest fight, but there was a bit of controversy there, and I think we'll see. I mean, Hrgovic was a feared fighter, and people will look at that and say, well, he was out of shape. He had no pop in his shots, but everyone looks to do that. They like to diminish a win, but it was a big win, and it was the win that got him here. This guy's on a completely different level to the Hrgovic you saw on June 1st, but he's young. He's miles away from his prime, probably, because I think the big heavyweights get into their prime in their early 30s. I mean, he's in his absolute prime, best he's ever been, unquestionably. I think Daniel can maybe get better. Maybe he's reached his ceiling, but when you get out there in front of 100,000, I mean, Frank talked about the right hands that he took. If he took one of them, there's a real problem. And he took 30 of them. And he showed great chin and great heart, but not against
Could AJ take them shots?
I think so. I mean, Hrgovic took them fine. So, you never really hurt Hrgovic. He got bad cuts, but you showed a great chin.
He was on the way out.
Yeah, he was, but he also took the kitchen sink off you, and you took the kitchen sink off him, which was very impressive. And I give you incredible respect from that.
And the fridge.
You don't even have to take the kitchen sink off him. You just have to take a little, cocktail spoon.
All right, I'm not fighting you, Eddie. So,
No,
yeah.
well, thank God for that.
Yeah. Can't.
Thank God for that. But no, you deserve your shot. You deserve your shot. And you're world heavyweight. And I love that you're world heavyweight champion. I love it. Because I hate whenever AJ wins a belt, he won a vacant title, this and that. He gets to dethrone you. That's the beautiful thing about it, And great, you dethrone the champion, and I think you got our attention, you got the world's attention. Well done. Now we'll see.
Do you think
No,
he's ready
we
for
finished
the step
them.
up, AJ?
Yeah. I told these 2 at the fight, I said Dubois would beat Hrgovic.
Yeah, we were sitting next to each other.
With all due respect, you don't underestimate anyone, but I know boxing very well. all this stuff that we talk about, I study Daniel, and I look at some of the things that he says, his characteristics, his boxing talent, you know, his upbringing and so on. All of it's irrelevant. Is he ready? Everything I tell you now is irrelevant. He will see September 21st.
You ready?
Ask him
No,
that
you
question.
will see.
I'm asking you.
You will see.
You ready?
I'm ready.
That's it.
How does it feel to be heavyweight champion of the world?
It's great. You know, just, you know, forgive me, I'm actually a little bit tired. I just got off the plane today.
That's
so
okay.
Come back from Brazil.
So there you go. There you guys go.
Got back this
to-
morning.
Eh?
Got back this morning.
Yeah. So
What was
I'm
you
a little
doing in
bit
Brazil?
a little bit shaking, but
What was you
I'm
doing out
working
there?
hard,
Can't-
training
he-
hard.
he-
Training.
he-
Training hard.
He can't tell you that.
I know what he's doing.
In the
out there.
gym.
I know what you're
Always
doing
in
out
the gym.
He's like you, he's in the gym all the time.
there. I know.
Most
We
heavyweights.
know every day what they're doing. It's just it's part
Everyone's
of
got their spies in camp sometimes. Everyone in Britain, especially the heavyweights, have shared a ring before. They've sparred. They've done whatever.
Yeah.
Have you guys shared a ring before?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
loads of times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
Daniel,
it's-
Daniel apparently took my lights out.
Listen, I'm not here to spar, I'm here to fight him. So let's talk about the fight. That happened 7 years ago.
But you mentioned it. You mentioned it.
I mean, they said
Yeah.
that Hergovich destroyed him in sparring.
You heard what
Look what
everyone
happened,
else.
you know.
Well,
yeah. Look what
Talking
happened.
about
but-
sparring.
yeah.
Nah, this is not
But
sparring no more.
they say that, but that's not what happened.
No, but they call sparring, you know. But
And that didn't happen. The fact of the matter is, they're not sparring. Whatever happened 7 years ago happened 7 years ago.
What happened 7 years
It's
ago?
what happens on the 21st
It'd be nice to clear up
of
though what
September.
happened, Frank, 7 years ago, because at the time though, I remember it. There was a lot of talk
Yeah, there
of
was a
Daniel
lot of talk.
Dubois
I mean, I was told
and Anthony
a lot
Joshua.
of it and so forth. I mean,
Yeah.
I took
Can we clear it up before we move on?
Everyone tries to underestimate me, use my name for clout, and boost their career. But now Daniel's got a chance to do it by fighting me. That's the best way he'll prove himself, is by fighting me.
And he was at when you was, what was you, 17? It was 17 before
Yeah.
you turned pro, wasn't it? Yeah. Years ago, he's a kid.
Let's talk about the trainers from both of you. Both of you have got new trainers. Ben Davison's done a fantastic job with you. Don Charles has done a fantastic job
I remember
with
when I changed trainers, you were like, a trainer can't make a fighter and all that type of stuff. Of course a trainer can make a fighter. It's massively important.
Sorry, I said.
I remember when I changed trainers, I remember hearing you saying that a trainer can't make a fighter. All he needs to do is be motivated himself and so on and so forth.
I think
You're
a-
one of the
I
people
think a
that
tra-
would
I think a
disrespect
train-
me when I was making a lot of decisions based on what I was doing for my career. And now we're here talking about the benefits of trainers. So as I said, just like we spoke about Daniel and you making claims to what I've done wrong and how he's handled me in the gym and so on to try and boost their credibility. 100% a trainer.
I've had to boost his credibility.
a
He's gone and done it in the ring.
A trainer plays a massive part in the development of any fighter. 100%, a senior figure in any athlete, any businessman's career is a massive part of their success, 100%. And that's why I went far and wide searching on ways to improve. And that's why I'm here now. It's not just off of my back.
And you get fighters blame the trainer when they get beat. He's in a positive place right this moment.
Why is that? Because he changed trainer.
No, because the results are there.
So it's nothing
Look
to
at his
do with the coach.
Of course it's to do with the coach. I'm not
he's
saying...
got 3 trainers, really, hasn't he?
Sorry?
He's got 3 trainers.
No, he hasn't. He's got,
He's got
one
Don,
guy...
he's got Kieran, he's got his old man.
Kieran,
in the corner.
Kieran's here. He's not his trainer. His trainer is Don.
I
Kieran
don't know,
works...
he's on the pads all the time, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's not his trainer.
Well, if
And
he's-
I've got to tell you something, you know...
if he's
I'm
on
just
the
saying,
pads
it makes a
with him.
difference. Having a good
I'm
team
just saying,
around you
it seems
makes a
like
big
when
difference.
we...
It's a team-
I remember
it's
when
a
AJ
team-
had 3 or
it's a
4 in the
team that's
corner, you know, it was
working.
just, yeah, it's
It's a
very
te-
similar.
Let me tell you, it's a team that's working, and it is working because obviously the results are there. It's working. But at the end of the day, when he's in that ring, he can go back to the corner, be given his advice. But at the end of the day, he's got to be able to perform and do it. Well, he's shown it certainly in his last 2 fights what he's all about.
But the thing is, actually, when you're saying about you got to motivate yourself, that's actually wrong in Daniel's regard. You know that.
No.
Because it's his corner that have been motivating him to get through fights.
I don't
True,
agree
right?
with that.
His dad's been helping him get through fights. Don, Kieran.
dad's a
Without
big part-
that,
his
he would
dad-
never have got through the Jarrell Miller fight.
His dad is a big part of his career, his life. Obviously,
of
it's
course,
his
but he
father.
needs to motivate him. That's what I'm saying. You're saying the fighter's got to be motivated.
Is that true?
What we
Daniel?
arguing about?
I don't know.
I'm just, I just want to fight. You know, I ain't got nothing.
No,
to
but
say,
Daniel,
respectfully, so
no, it's okay.
I
We've
ain't
got
nothing
a few more minutes, Daniel. Very
Let
quickly, though.
AJ talk. Let Eddie talk.
Very quickly, though, Daniel. Very quickly, though, Daniel. Eddie, I know you're always supremely confident when it comes to Anthony Joshua. 21st of September, does he become a 3-time heavyweight world champion?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, that's the teams are going to say what they're going to say. I think the great thing is both guys are in tremendous form. It's funny that before AJ started coming through, everyone wants to psychoanalyse him. Now he's like this guy who's unbeatable again. So it doesn't really matter. Now you're psychoanalysing Daniel. Poor Daniel. Correct. Just wants to run off. Yeah, he don't want to sit here because he's had... When Daniel turned pro, he was so young, he never had a chance to really win that much as an amateur. He won gold in London. I mean, the pressure that he's had over the years is unbelievable. And now it's just like we're free rolling now because you get to a point where you're really comfortable within yourself and in your career and in your life. And AJ's there. No doubts, no worries, like this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's just go out and perform. And this is a real fight. But, you know, I see what you say about knockouts and all this. He can win it any way he wants. He can outbox him, he can outpunch him, he can outfight him, he can outsmart him. But it's going to be a proper fight. And, you know, the best man will win. And this is just another step for us to his destiny of becoming undisputed world heavyweight champion.
AJ, final one from yourself, obviously. Wembley, many moons ago against Vladimir Klitschko, probably your best night as a boxer. Excited to go back to where it all really started. Adam Smith famously coined the phrase lift off.
Honestly, speaking from the bottom of my heart, aside from belts and aside from it being him, I'm just ready to fight.
Both of you have said that as well. Both of you said exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
But let's wait till the 21st.
Yeah, not in me in the middle, please.
If he wants to swing, go. Let's go now.
Shut up, relax. Relax.
If you want to go now, let's go.
Relax.
If you want to go
Put
now.
this chair across your face. Don't disrespect
No,
me.
you can't intimidate me.
Don't disrespect
You can't
me.
intimidate me.
Don't disrespect
You can't
me.
intimidate me.
Daniel, don't
Who do you
disrespect
think you
me.
are?
Daniel, don't disrespect me. Can't put this chair across your face. Don't disrespect me. Hear me? Nah, don't disrespect me on my life, my boy. More on this little boy, you know. Don't disrespect me, bro. Don't know who the this guy thinks he's talking to.
No. It's good. It's
I
good.
don't take disrespect lightly, Dan.
It's good.
Dan, I don't take disrespect lightly, you know. Don't sit on the table telling me we can go now and do all of this and that and try to call me out. Relax. We've had a good face-off here. We've had a good conversation. Don't turn it into something that you don't want.
Right, can we call that a cut? Yeah. Good.
Talking.
Well, yeah, we'll cut it, guys, in our retro.
And these coming off now, these wires.